Let's be real for a second. If you're a YouTube creator or even just watch a lot of it, you've probably felt it lately. Views seem down. Engagement feels a little off. Something just doesn't feel right. Well, let's dive into that, because what everyone's writing off as a simple summer slump might actually be the first tremors of a much deeper structural shift for the entire platform.
And look, it makes sense, right? Everyone's blaming the algorithm. We've seen huge names, from Red Letter Media to Linus Tech Tips, all kind of pointing their finger at some mysterious change in the code that's suddenly torpedoing their views. It's the easy answer, the invisible villain that's suddenly working against everyone. But what if the algorithm isn't the real problem here?
So, the whole debate is usually framed like this. On one side, you have the common theory, it's just a summer slump. People are outside, touching grass, you know the deal. But on the other side, there's a much more serious story taking shape, a genuine, structural decline. Let's unpack what that really means.
Okay, now to be crystal clear, seasonality is a totally real thing. The summer in the Northern Hemisphere has always put a dent in YouTube views. Sunshine beats screen time. It's that simple. So yeah, if your views are down, part of that is just baked into the cake. But if you stop your analysis right there, you are missing the giant flashing red light. This seasonal dip is happening inside a perfect storm of other trends, all hitting YouTube at the exact same time.
So what's the first major headwind blowing against the platform? Well, it's coming from the world of gaming, and it's completely changing what we all do with those little pockets of free time.
Just think about it. A decade ago, if you wanted to play serious high-end game, you were basically chained to a desk or a TV. But now, with things like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and others, premium AAA gaming is completely portable. You're not stuck in the basement anymore. You know that 20 minutes to kill slot? On the train, on your lunch break, just chilling on the couch? That used to be YouTube's kingdom. That was their turf. Not anymore. Now, people are taking these massive 100-hour games like Baldur's Gate 3 with them everywhere they go. So that downtime is no longer YouTube's to own, it is being absolutely devoured by portable gaming.
Okay, the next headwind is a little different. It's not about the competition for your time, it's about the competition during your time, even when you're on YouTube. And I'm talking, of course, about the absolute collapse of our collective attention span.
However bad you think our attention spans have gotten, the reality is probably 10 times worse. A 20-minute YouTube video isn't just asking for 20 minutes of your focus anymore. No way. It's competing against 5 other things happening at the exact same time. Viewers are constantly bouncing between Discord, Roblox, TikTok, Spotify, you name it. That deep, sustained focus you need for a good, meaty piece of content, it's becoming an incredibly rare commodity.
Which brings us to what might be the biggest, scariest monster in the room. The rise of AI isn't just some new tool for creators to play with. It's quickly becoming a direct competitor for viewers, and it's posing a truly existential threat to a huge slice of YouTube content. It all boils down to this concept called AI cannibalization. See, AI is getting shockingly good at taking in a ton of information and just spitting out the important stuff. Tools like NotebookLM or ChatGPT can watch a dense informational video and give you the cliff notes in seconds. And what that means is, for a huge number of topics, YouTube is no longer the fastest way to get an answer.
And that right there is the billion-dollar question for creators, isn't it? If the main thing you offer is information, you are now in a direct fight with AI. Why would a viewer spend 20 minutes of their already shattered attention span to find an answer when they can get the same information from an AI in less than a minute? The pressure this creates is just immense.
And this fourth, final headwind, this one might be the most dangerous of all in the long run. It's a demographic time bomb. Plain and simple, YouTube is losing the battle for the next generation of viewers.
This might be a tough pill to swallow, but for a lot of people under 25, YouTube kind of feels like their parents' internet. It's established, it's polished, it's legacy media. Meanwhile, competing platforms, especially Kick, are pulling that younger crowd away with a raw, more unpredictable energy that just feels more real to them.
And here's the really dangerous part. This isn't like losing viewers to a new Netflix show for a few months. When an entire generation decides their digital home is somewhere else, trying to get them to move back is an almost impossible task. This is a slow, long-term bleed that could completely reshape the online world for good.
So let's just step back and put all these pieces together on the board. This isn't one single isolated problem. It's a whole bunch of powerful forces all converging at once, creating what you can only call an avalanche of headwinds. When you stack it all up, the picture becomes terrifyingly clear. You've got your normal, predictable seasonal dip at the bottom. Piled on top of that, you have portable gaming stealing all the downtime. Then you've got collapsing attention spans making long videos a harder sell. Then, AI is actively eating away at informational content. And finally, you have Kick poaching the next generation of viewers. Any one of these would be a major challenge, but all of them together, that's the perfect storm.
So, when you see it all laid out like that, it's pretty clear we need to stop asking if this is just a glitch in the algorithm. That's the wrong question. This isn't a glitch. This is a fundamental, structural break in how we consume media. The very ground is shifting under YouTube's feet.
Which, leads us to the real question we should be asking. With basically every major force in the digital universe pulling viewers somewhere else, how long can a giant like YouTube truly defy gravity?
So, what does this all mean for creators? Well, it means the game is changing, big time. Your strategy can't just be about pleasing the algorithm anymore. It has to be about giving your audience something that all these other forces simply can't.
And this is where human beings, real creators, still have a massive edge. AI can't replicate your unique judgment. It can't copy your personality. And it definitely can't build the kind of community you can create around your content. These are the things that make people fans, not just viewers. This has to be the new focus. Doubling down on everything that makes you, you.
So, the takeaway isn't to panic about a summer dip. But don't fool yourself either. This is not just a blip. It's a seasonal slump happening inside of a much larger, long-term erosion of dominance. The era of YouTube as the unchallenged, undisputed king of online attention, well, that era is coming to a close. And what comes next is anybody's guess.